10 things to look out for in Champions League as Man United get boost at Atalanta. As we move past the halfway mark in the Champions League group stage, the 4 English teams in the competition will all be looking to improve their chances of making it through to the next round. The last round of fixtures saw Manchester United's thrilling comeback against Atalanta steal the headlines, while Liverpool's win in Madrid gave a sense of just how far Jurgen Klopp's side might go in this year's competition. Away from the English clubs, there are potentially big storylines unfolding elsewhere in Europe, with some teams in a position where they can clinch their passage to the last 16 with time to spare. Here's what to look out for in Week 4 as we prepare for the last full midweek program of European action before the November international break. Who will win this season's Champions League? Have your say in the comments section. There was a sense that the victory at home to Atalanta papered over the cracks for Manchester United, with issues at the back continuing to plague the team before their second-half comeback. However, it's worth remembering they were without Raphael Varane for the game at Old Trafford and looked much sturdier when the former Real Madrid man returned for Saturday's win at Tottenham. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will hope the availability of the Frenchman will give United the foundations they need to win the return game in Bergamo against an Atalanta side who won none of their 3 group games in last season's Champions League. A win for Liverpool at home to Atletico Madrid, coupled with Porto failing to win in Milan, would ensure Jurgen Klopp's side go through as group winners with 2 games to spare. After last season's injury drama at the back and further issues in midfield this time around, the manager may welcome an opportunity to lock in an opportunity to give his players a rest in the last 2 game weeks. With opponents Atletico missing the suspended Antoine Griezmann, it's a golden chance to get the job done and focus on domestic competitions until the new year, with the added benefit of allowing Klopp to give European experience to fringe players after this week. Who is currently the best manager in world football? Vote below. Saturday's defeat at home to Crystal Palace was unexpected, as was Manchester City's elimination from the Carabao Cup days earlier, and City will know the stakes couldn't be much higher as they welcome Club Brugge. While Pep Guardiola's men won convincingly in Belgium, another home defeat would give Brugge the upper hand in the race for qualification, with Paris Saint-Germain next up for Guardiola's side after this meeting. A more informed City might have used the opportunity to give Cole Palmer another crack of the whip after he came off the bench to score at Jan Breydel Stadium, but we may well see the manager take no chances as he tries to make sure a blip doesn't turn into a proper downturn. Thomas Tuchel made it clear that Hakim Ziyech would need to earn a starting spot, even without Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner available to Chelsea, but the Moroccan was given more than an hour at Newcastle on Saturday. Ziyech attracted Chelsea's attention with his form in the Champions League for Ajax and scored in the Blues' victory over Atletico Madrid in last year's run to glory. However, after failing to net since the Super Cup, the 28-year-old will be aware of the stiff competition for a starting place and will be desperate to deliver a big performances if selected from the start as Tuchel's side chase victory in Malmo. Ronald Koeman has finally seen his Barcelona tenure come to an end, and his dismissal came off the back of a truly dire away record. In 5 road games under the Dutch coach across La Liga and the Champions League this term, Barca have drawn 2 and lost 3, while scoring just 1 goal in total, and none since August. 5 games without an away win becomes 6 after Tuesday's trip to face Dynamo Kiev. Koeman's successor may end up looking at an unexpected Europa League campaign on top of a battle to climb back into the top 4 domestically. Domestically, AC Milan have been close to perfect, winning 10 of their 11 league games, including ending Jose Mourinho's unbeaten home record at Roma and losing the other one. In Europe, though, it's a different story. 3 games have brought 3 defeats, though Liverpool's dominance in their group means they're not completely lost, with a potentially crucial game in Madrid on the horizon at the end of the month. Porto come to the San Siro this week after a 1-0 win in the reverse fixture, and Stefano Pioli will need to get his team into the mindset which has lifted them to the upper reaches of Serie A. Champions League debutants don't tend to make it out of their group, but Sheriff stand a genuine chance to do just that. The Moldovan champions have already achieved more than they could have hoped, thanks to a win away to Real Madrid, and their match against Inter Milan this week is potentially huge. A win for Yuri Vernadub's team would leave them 5 points clear of Inter with 2 games remaining, while mathematically guaranteeing Europa League football at the very least. Few could have imagined they would be in nearly this strong a position when the draw for the group stages took place. The way in which Ajax have rebuilt after their 2019 run to the semi-finals has been nothing short of incredible. It's an achievement to even be competitive in Europe after losing the likes of Frenkie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, Hakim Ziyech and Donny van de Beek, let alone sit top of their group with maximum points. A win away to Dortmund, another club who have set an example in recovering from the loss of big players, would see the Dutch side into the knockout stages and continue to highlight the immense job done by manager Erik ten Hag. Last season, questions were being asked of Leroy Sane as he appeared to have hit a wall, but a return to the left flank has helped him rediscover the form that once made him one of the world's most in-demand wingers. There are 11 players with 3 or more goals in the group stages so far, and 4 players with 3 or more assists. Sane is the only man in both camps. The German international scored again over the weekend, his 9th for club and country since the start of the campaign, and now has a chance to impress again against Benfica after netting twice against them in October's 4-0 win. After Wolfsburg parted ways with manager Mark van Bommel, Florian Kohfeldt was a curious choice as his replacement. The former Werder Bremen boss failed to arrest his former club's slide last season, with relegation the outcome, and has never taken charge of a game in European competition. And yet, despite Wolfsburg being winless in Europe, victory against Red Bull Salzburg could reignite their chances of reaching the knockout stages. The new man has already arrested a 4-game losing streak in the Bundesliga, so now it's time to put that new manager bounce to the test.